Hi, my name's Arthur and I'm a trans guy. I'm 9 months on testosterone, but even today, and especially when I was pre-testosterone, the thing I've struggled the most with when it comes to shopping in the men's section has been finding pants that minimize my hips while also looking reasonably fashionable and fitting my body. So I wanted to help you guys out with that process and show you guys what different cuts of men's pants look like on my body, which is a trans body. I still have some hips, so that you can make the call for yourself about what you think would look good on you. So before I get to showing you guys those pants, I wanted to give you guys a few broad tips. So the first tip is that you should find what size of pants you are. So I would recommend going to an in-person store to do this. Men's pants have like two numbers to the measurement, so there's the waist and then there's the length. But the good thing is once you find out this measurement, it's really consistent across stores. When I wore women's pants, I was anywhere from a size 0 to a size 6, but now that I wear men's pants, I was always a 31-30, and now that I'm on testosterone, I'm more like a 30-30, but it's really consistent. So I guess that brings me to my second point, which is that if you're pre-testosterone and planning on going on testosterone, I would certainly invest in pants that make you feel good right now. It's worth it for your managing your dysphoria and making your life easier today. But I would not shell out a ton of money on doing this because your like lower body is going to change on testosterone. So I went down a pant size because I lost fat in my lower body. Some people go up a pant size because they gain a lot of muscle. Either way, your lower body is going to be looking a lot more masculine, and your pants are going to want to reflect that in the size one way or another. So don't spend a ton of money today if you're pre-testosterone. My third piece of advice is that there's sort of trade-offs between passing and then looking cool and having your own aesthetic and all that. And then wherever you fall in that spectrum, that's totally your call, your preferences, your business. So, and it might change. So it might be that today you're pre-testosterone and you want to wear essentially as baggy pants as they come, hide all the hips. And then you're going to go on testosterone, get a beard, get a deep voice, and then you're going to be wearing skinny jeans all day, nothing but skinny jeans. That's your call, that's your preference. That's why I wanted to show you guys the clips of myself wearing these pants so that you can make the judgment for yourself about what you think you would look the best in. And then my last piece of advice is that the biggest thing you can do to minimize your hips isn't about the pants, though the pants can do a lot, but it's about wearing an overshirt that goes down to your hips. So it's very slimming. I wear either a sweater or button down that's open like a significant amount of the time. Especially when I was pre-testosterone, I almost always wore this, and it really hides your hips very well. Okay, so on to the clips. Starting from the loosest pants I own and going to the tightest, these are relaxed fit jeans. They're actually a hand-me-down from my grandfather, which is pretty cool. They're not very fashionable today per se, maybe they were more so in the 90s, but they hide everything. So they're cut straight and wide from both the top and going straight all the way down, so they're not tapered at all. But I think that they look a little bit alternative, and there are ways to style these well. So this is one option if you're very dysphoric about your hips. Joggers are great for trans guys. I wore them a lot pre-testosterone because they're cut looser in the hip and thigh area and then more tapered at the calves. So they're also quite elasticy, which is great because they have a lot of give. So I don't wear them as much nowadays because I think that they look a little bit juvenile, but they're a great option. Counterintuitively, athletic cuts are actually really great for trans guys. So athletic refers to giving more space in the thighs because athletic guys have really muscular thighs. But that's great for us when we might have, say, more fat in our thigh area. So the athletic tapered cut means that it comes in more tapered at the calves. So sort of almost like joggers in cut, but in jeans. And I think these are excellent cuts of jeans. I wore this all the time pre-testosterone. Athletic tapered is a great fit and overall my top recommendation. I think every trans guy should have at least one pair of khakis or chinos. They're very masculine and I think underrated. So these are straight cut and stretch. So straight cut refers to the fact that, it's straight up and down. So there's not extra room per se in the hip or thigh area, but it's not tight by any means. So, and the stretch refers to the fact that it's got a little bit more elastic going on, which is great because it's a bit more forgiving. So I think that these pants do a pretty good job of hiding my hip and thigh area, while also they pair nice with button downs and for a bit more of a formal look. Now these are straight cut jeans, so you might be able to see that they do reveal my hips a bit more than the athletic tapered fit, but I also think that they're a bit more fashionable because they are cut a bit closer to my body. Now that I'm more comfortable with my body, I find myself gravitating towards these jeans more. I think that a darker wash is a good way to compensate for having a little bit tighter of jeans, because I think darker washes can look a bit more masculine, and also there's the fact that darker colors are minimizing, so even if it's cut closer towards your hips, the darker color can kind of create a bit of an optical illusion and make them look smaller. Nowadays, most of what I wear are slim cut pants. I think that the slim cut is very flattering, and many of my male friends also wear slim cut. When I got these pants, I was pre-testosterone, and they made me really dysphoric at first, but now I love wearing these pants. I think by having a bit of a distressed wash and also by being darker, they conceal my hips pretty well and overall look very masculine. These are some dressier slim cut pants that I think you can see hug my legs pretty tightly. They come in slim through the thighs, slim through the calves, but I think that they look really great. They're actually a bit green, I don't know if you can see that. And I think that by pairing pants with a belt, especially a more masculine looking belt, that can really make the look overall come together. Lastly, I have skinny jeans. These skinny jeans honestly still intimidate me a little bit, but there have been a few ways I've been able to wear them that make me less dysphoric. So for one, I like to pack when I'm wearing skinny jeans. Men's skinny jeans are cut to leave room in the crotch, which is cool because, you know, you're definitely wearing men's skinny jeans versus women's, and it also just looks good when you're packing. And then I also like to pair this with a thicker black belt to make the overall look more masculine. Hopefully that was useful to you. I certainly wear all these pants from time to time, but the one that I recommend the most to anyone who's dysphoric about their hips would be the athletic cut. And so getting the normal athletic cut if you want a standard look to your pants, and then athletic tapered if you want a skinnier look. By leaving more room in the hip and thighs, deliberately in the build of the athletic cut, it just fits, I think, trans bodies a lot better. And so I think that's a great place to start until you maybe feel more comfortable with your body or your body changes, and then moving your way down to the skinnier fit options. But it's totally all a personal preference, but that would be my overall top recommendation, and that's the one I go to on days where I'm feeling more dysphoric myself.